I know, I forgot I was in Blackwater. It's okay, I have to go to Valentine first anyways. So we'll do that. Because I have some mash up there. When Scott leaves, an Irish woman suddenly appears. S5. We put a 5 on the side. I went down to Thieves Landing today because I was gonna run some shine and stuff. And I'm getting off my horse and I'm starting to grab my mash. And Sloan walks up to within 1 foot, literally 1 foot of Sadhbh. It was very annoying. And Sadhbh goes, "Well, hello there." There's something you need there, bud?
Look what happened.
Tommy Two Snakes?
Miss Sadhbh, it's so good to see you again.
Was it really? What are you doing out here?
Shots at random people riding down the damn road?
I'm sorry, what?
I said, is you lighting off shots at people down the damn road? Somebody just nearly took my head off.
No, I'm not.
Well, someone up there is.
That's not me.
Interesting. I don't know anyone else who want to take my head off.
I've got no beef with you, Tommy.
That's what you say, but is that what you mean?
It is what I mean. I think me
What you
friends
want?
have been trying to reach out to you. Have you responded to their telegrams?
I respond to every goddamn... What friends?
You're... Okay, let's be real, Tommy. You've never been good at responding to telegrams.
Yeah, well, I never said that was my strong suit.
Uh-huh.
How do I look like?
I mean, you look like you, Tommy. There's no other way to put that.
Okay, well, what's your friends looking for?
Well, they wanted to speak to you. Something about some deal to go up robbing mines and doing it on behalf of a security company. Or a wee bit of a racket. That sort of thing. Something we heard about. Wanted to know more about.
Must have heard it from some of my boys, but yeah, we got something lined up like that. Was you interested?
I don't know. I think they just wanted to know and explore the validity of it.
Well, it's valid. Comes from straight from the top. Could be $500 in it for you.
Aye, that's
Plus
what we
whatever
heard.
You take off them miners. I mean, what you so fidgety for? I ain't trying to do nothing.
Well, you came running at me with a gun out, Tom.
Somebody just took a shot at my damn
All right,
head,
well, I
Si.
didn't take a shot at you.
Okay, well, I believe you, clearly. Here, rifles away, but there's somebody up on the fucking hill taking pop shots at people. It was messed up.
It could be somebody just hunting wolves or something. They tend to attack up there in the hills.
I mean, the damn thing whizzed right by my head. There was no wolves around.
Huh.
I don't know. Been a crazy loco or something. I didn't see nobody.
Aye, sounds like it.
But yeah, you looking to get in on that? That'd be something we could work out.
Perhaps gonna have to talk with me friends about it. But you should have a telegram regarding it.
I didn't get none. I've been checking my grams.
Huh.
L-H.
Aye, L.
Did you forget already?
No, I know LH. I've got it in me telegrams.
That's what I thought. I mean, I've been waiting. I mean, when are we gonna have that second date?
There is no second date, Tommy.
Oh, come on, Sad. You know me and yous was made for each other?
I don't think so, Tommy.
You might be right. I don't think that make my current girl so happy neither.
Oh, you found yourself a lass finally, have you?
Oh, yeah, I got one. She a real handful, though. Causing me lots of trouble.
Who's that?
Miss Adelaide Winters, you heard of her?
Well, I might have heard a wee bit, hey. Well, she should keep you busy, if anything.
Yeah, she does. She's up in the Valentine doctor's office now. Some ex of hers coming to kill everybody that has anything to do with her. You ever hear of a Dr. Time?
Afraid not.
Yeah, what if you hear or see anything of the sort? I'm paying kindly for information on him.
Alright, I can keep that in mind.
Paying kinder for him delivered to me alive as well. $2,000.
2,000.
That's right.
Huh.
Alive.
What sort of fella is this? And does he have a lot of people on his side?
He ain't got nothing but the scraps he rips out of Valentine every time he rides through there. Bunch of no good boys who got no idea what they messing with.
Well, there might be some friends of mine who are very, very interested in doing a job like that. I'll let you know, Tommy.
Offers on the table, Sadhbh.
Wait, I'm
don't
sure
find
you'll
it
be hearing
first.
from us.
Yeah, all right then. Keep me posted, would you?
Do you know where this fella likes to hang out? Or what he looks like?
A couple places. Place down near Saint Denis. It's, what's it called? Little ranch there. Kind of a beat-down cabin. Got that gun range in the back.
Oh, you're talking about Shady Belle.
Shady Bear, that's the one.
All right.
Possibility there, but we also heard some things about tall trees.
All right.
Apparently he's a doctor. Rides with a couple people, one being a hitman and some other goofy son bitch likes to use a hammer.
Does he have any sort of accent? Wear any sort of particular clothing?
Yeah, he got some blonde hair and glasses, usually wearing a top hat or something.
All right.
Big red coat. Who knows? Last time the boys saw him, they said he was dressed up real funny like, trying to look like somebody else. Law's looking for him hard, too, so it ain't gonna be easy to get him before they do.
Aye, you might be right. All right, well, I'll be keeping near the ground then.
All right. Well, I'd appreciate that.
Aye. I'll see you around,
Offers on.
Tommy. Hopefully
Yeah,
hopefully it'll be with tying on the back of my horse.
I'd like that, Miss Sadhbh. That'll put us on a whole new page, wouldn't it?
I'd hope so.
Oh, you riding this way?
Going up to Valentine.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, grand.
Valentine ain't this way. Where you going?
What do you mean Valentine ain't this way? Yes, it is.
Is it?
Aye, it is. Do you not learn your terrain, Tommy? Maybe if you stick with me, you can learn a few things. He's just letting his horse slowly take him. He's just letting his... He's not even bothering. He's in cinematic. I can tell. I can tell. That was... Are you kidding? Moon doesn't know the map. He's a little bit like Verts was in that way. Oh, man. It's so funny. Man lives in cinematic mode. What cracks me up is he goes in first person all the time for conversations to see other characters' faces, but obviously you can see that. You see him go into that weird crouch. Dude, that's such a good job, though. If we can pull that off, Bridger and... the one that you're hearing me speak with right now, Connor. Just a general American accent. Seattle kind of TV accent. I have 4 different accents that I use for my characters. Oh yeah, no, that's so good. It gives us such a good goal to work on. And $2,000 is decent money. Hey, Angel. How's it going? Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I couldn't pin it before you said Seattle. What do you mean? What do you mean? What about my accent makes you... What about my accent makes you think that it's Seattle? Wait, who's talking about Holly? No, Holly's accent's more down like this. It's a southern sort of accent, real dryly. Oh yeah, I mean, Connor, my Scottish accent fools actual Scottish people.
Maybe not. Possible. Sam?
Aye?
Yes!
What?
Really, motherfucker, you're out of prison?
Good to see you.
I got a shot for punching this little
Oh,
shit shame in the face.
what? All right. Hi. Hello.
Just call me around.
Hi.
Good to see you.
I suppose it's been a while, huh?
I don't know.
No. Last time I saw you, you realized you were married to Butch.
I gotta get this shot ready.
No, I'm not married to anybody. Is he bleeding telling you that?
No.
No, I've never. I've never met that man before in my life.
Okay, yeah.
I never met that man before in my life.
Okay. Yep. No, I just
Do you
misunderstood.
have you seen this fella? Do you know where he is?
Yeah, Butch. Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know where he's right now.
Do you know where he stays?
He's with a group called the Hagans, or no, Diamondbacks now. Dumb name, but you know, I heard they were staying down the desert, but who knows?
Well, he can stay down in the desert for all I care.
Yeah, you never met this guy before?
I've met him. I don't know who he is.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I misunderstood
No,
that.
sorry,
'cause-
he's stalking me or something. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
Oh. Well, you see, when I introduced y'all, he said that y'all were married, I think. And then he pulled off his glove and he had an emerald ring on it.
Quite aware of what he said.
Was he lying to me?
He's either lying or he's insane.
Neat. So how are you doing?
Doing alright. Other
that's good to hear.
than the stalking. I'm doing grand.
You're still being stalked by him?
I'll deal with it.
Yeah, I can just tell him to stop, too.
Right. I'm sure
Yeah,
that'll dissuade him right away.
Those boys have a tendency of listening to me, yeah. So yeah, I'll do that next time. But
Sure.
Still doing oranges?
No, I haven't been bothering with oranges too much. I'm actually going up to pick up a batch of a wee bit of something.
Oh, really? Apples?
Sure, we can call it apples.
Nice. That's very nice. You know, I use that route you showed me every single day. The one from here to from here to Valentine.
Boy. Huh. Forgot
It's
that we
just a
did
nice
that.
route.
Why,
Yeah.
It's pretty grand.
I don't know how you tried to convince me to take a cart through there, though. Holy shit, you got some balls on you.
It's not too difficult if you take it slow.
I'm not very good at that. I'm more of a gung-ho kind of guy.
Right. Well, anyways,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get back at it.
Oh, for sure.
Got a few telegrams
Hey.
to send out and stuff.
This is my friend Klaus. And this is Magnolia.
Well,
And
she
that's
knows
Speedy.
Can any of you clarify something for me real quick?
Yes.
Anybody an expert on horse tonic?
Yeah, when your horse is down and can't get up, use the horse tonic.
Like if it's tired or it's dead?
Or lay on the ground almost dead, you know? Not
Okay.
actually dead.
Oh, I
But,
do
but
have.
I shouldn't give it to it preemptively before a run.
No, definitely not.
Okay, all right. It's like a make him feel better thing.
Alright, like a shot to the heart.
Gotcha.
Well, I do have a question for you. Did any of you know anything about a fella named Dr. Tyne?
Yes.
Yeah? I'm like the motherfucker to ask about them.
All right.
A lot
well,
of these
I'm
motherfuckers
looking
are.
to find him.
Why?
I've got me reasons.
Okay. Well, are those reasons going to now cost you dollars to find out, or are you going to tell us?
Well, somebody's looking for him, so I'm looking for him on their behalf.
Oh.
She's probably looking for him for you.
Wait, what do you mean?
Just way down the chain. Well,
Be careful around that one.
Dr. Fine is a fucked up fella. I took him to my ranch once. I tried to treat him well. But then I hear a couple days later he's looking for me. And he didn't much like what I said to him. So, you know.
But you're also looking for him?
I just
I'm
told him
looking
to
for him.
stay away from Adelaide.
The law just warned me about if I go after him, and I'm going to be thrown in jail next time.
Really?
Very much.
I'm not planning on letting the law know anything about what I'm doing, but if they do, I think it'll be worth it.
He do something to you, or someone you care about?
No, I was literally offered an opportunity to bring him to somebody. So
Oh. I know who done that.
you know who that is?
Very much.
All right. Well, I mean, if you want to say a name, you can say it, but I'm not going to go spelling it.
Okay. It begins with an A, doesn't it?
An E?
Of course.
Nope.
Really? An A then?
No.
Really?
G.
No.
We can't just go through every
Right,
letter in the
we're
alphabet.
going to
Okay,
guess
it
all.
was G then.
No,
Interesting.
it wasn't.
No, it's not G. I would know if it's G.
T?
Like I said, we can't just go through every letter in the alphabet. What? Might have been a T.
Yeah, I think it's a T.
Oh, Tommy.
It was Tommy. I met him here on the way here.
Where is he? I'm looking for that motherfucker.
He said that he was on the way here, and I said I'm going there as well. And then he said, "Are you actually going the way to Valentine?" I said, "Aye." And then he said, "Oh, I'm going that way too." And he proceeded to ride off very slowly in another direction. So I'm not quite sure.
Motherfucker, I need to speak to him.
I think he's on his way here. Just might be very slow.
Where else did you see him?
Middle of the river near Bird's Crossing. Thought he was coming up to rob me. He thought I was
Shit.
shooting at him.
Oh? Didn't think you and Tommy were friends.
We're not exactly friends, but we're not enemies anymore either.
That's good. It means you and I are okay then. Perfect.
Hey, well, I'm offering to do a job for him, so
Alright.
anyways.
You wear your suspenders down. You were like Klaus.
Suppose I am.
This is the one day I put them up.
I mean, suspenders are there to be used, let's be honest.
But when you get sore, you know, you want to take them off and relax.
Hey.
I suppose, fair point.
All right, well, I'll see you all around. I
Well,
suppose.
take care.
Be safe out there, good to see
Have a
you.
good night.
Oh, Speedy, Speedy, Speedy. They call him Speedy because when he's with the woman.
Hopefully. I do not want to be on Klaus's bad side again. That was terrifying. Butch is just gonna die somewhere alone. No! Butch, don't! Don't do that! I just need to see him. Need to have the conversations face to face. Have the dramatic RPs. Okay, I literally didn't even know it was you the other night. But Sadhbh is freaked out, so... You know? I saw just Wayne. Wayne came up the stairs and was being all creepy. It was so funny. Hi, baby girl. I love you so much, Cinder. Wayne being... What do you mean, Wayne being... Or whatever his name was. The gruff cowboy fella. You are just such a nice puppy. Guys, I really like my puppy. She's really nice. No, let me...
Thing, like they're like, it's like bacon.
Fuck is this?
They're like cooked in bacon grease.
Gross bacon.
What do you mean, gross bacon?
I don't like bacon.
I feel like I'm not filled up at all by that. That did nothing to nourish me. I felt like I just ate. I feel like I just ate air.
Here. I just realized I had something else.
This is so gross.
I've eaten air. You take these back.
Wow.
Don't throw it away. Give it back.
Thank you. Yes.
No, I could. Oh, you dusk.
She was doing you a favor, Kai. Oh, that's better.
That was Baxty.
Yeah, look, this is doing nothing for me.
I could have taken that back. Okay.
Why? What are you gonna do with it? Pretend to eat?
Make me that.
Yeah, I didn't fill me up at all.
Kai, it was nasty.
It's just got a lot of bacon in it. Bacon grease.
When the bacon grease, but there's no actual bacon in it.
You have oatcakes and bacon
It's
grease.
not oatcakes. It's
There's a lot of
thing like that. Like, it's like bacon.
Wow. What a bunch of monsters. The disrespect. The Irish fella in chat here who's getting all riled up. I know, at least Kai cares. Sometimes it like lags out and it stops right here. It takes forever. Come on! Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's the law delay there in the area. I would love it if they burst through the door. I know, we need to go do the crime before they go to bed. You guys have no idea how ready I was getting to shoot Tommy. I was like, if he's gonna get aggressive with me, but I didn't want to shoot him and start a war. Bridger would probably kill me if I did that. Now playing Ember's Shine mix. This horse is so pretty. We have to stop and brush it. I just hope I make it in time. I want to go from Thieves because it's easier for them to catch me from that one. Easiest one for them to catch me from if they're in Blackwater. And there's usually lots of Blackwater law this time of night. I'll need to go to Riggs and send a tip. I need to tattle on myself. I mean, knowing Sadhbh, it probably is gonna, Caleb. Oops. imagine. 99. Sad hobo. More than 2 options? What are you talking about? Did I misspell my... Oh, sad hobo. Oh my goodness. These are ridiculous. Wow, it's that late? It's already... How is it that late? 4:45 a.m. Gives me 5 minutes to get there. Oh. Please don't end cap. Wait, was that a blind with the top? No, that was an NPC. Oh man, I hope we can do it. That is such a good job. Although it's kind of weird if it's Klaus who's doing the payout and then his alt ends up doing the work. I hope that's not the case, because then we can't really do it. I'll have to ask Jam about it. What time is it? What time is it? Okay. We have time. We have time. They're all loaded. They're all loaded. I know that. With how loaded they are, $2,000 is actually pretty cheap. Okay, let's hope Sloane is not down here. If she gets in my face, I will shoot her.
Okay.
I'm purely speaking in terms of how much I know they have OC.
Sure.
So, Caleb, if I were to say, hey, go kidnap someone, bring them to me, no questions asked. Wow. You'd be like, sure, bud. 1 month of wages. Woohoo! Okay, well, obviously giving it out. No comment, but email me? Okay.
Hey, got a little job for you.
Big idea covering up.
They think run out of time, really? Do they know who I am? Do they know who I am? That was me, like, half-heartedly almost trying to do a Klaus thing. You thought it was the Klaus I was doing? Good, okay. Honestly, if the cart got struck by lightning, I wouldn't be mad. I'm not gonna flip the cart. I know what I'm doing. And then the way that this would go is normally I would immediately flip my cart. Come on. Now we're gonna have to try going by rig station. I literally said, I just hope they're not waiting at the end point, because that would be sad. Really sad if they're waiting at the end point, but because I did telegram exactly where the shine run is leaving from, where it's going, and what time it's leaving from, which I've done before. I'm actively trying to get a chase, and I've already done a lot of shine runs today. Oh, hi, no wolfies. Oh my goodness, no. I might crash with the lag spikes I'm getting. Oh, there they are! I think I saw some law coming towards me on the other side of the trees. Maybe not? I guess not. What? I don't know what I saw back there. But when it... I want a chase. I just want a chase, okay? It just makes me sad when I literally say where I'm going to and from, and they don't get it. And I try and take like the most obvious routes. I'm literally gonna have to send the next one being like, you're almost guaranteed to see them pulling into this shack, into this area if you go here and watch out. I didn't want easy money though, you know? I mean, I could go pick. That was the last of my mash. I go pick and I will literally telegram them where to sit and wait for the wagon to go by. Is this them? Is this Rabbit? It's Rabbit. How ya? You're right there?
Are you right there?
Sorry?
Are you right there?
What?
Are you doing okay,
I'm doing grand.
Walking along the railway track in the middle of the foggy night.
Uh-huh.
You're good? You're doing good?
I am doing grand.
Where are you coming from?
I'm coming from, how about you step off that horse? Nay?
Sadhbh?
You're out here alone. I want that shotgun. That's all I want.
Sadhbh, there's law coming rather quick.
Alright, well, you better get off the horse. Go on, come on. Let's go.
Sadhbh, are you gonna shoot me over a gun?
Are you gonna make me?
No, I'm not gonna make you.
Alright, well, I don't want to have to shoot you, but that gun's worth a lot of money.
Gun's worth a lot of money that I could just give you instead, Sadhbh.
$2,000?
No, I don't got $2,000.
Alright, you're not gonna give me $2,000. Get off the horse!
I can hand you $300 and a nice bloodless exchange.
$300 and you don't come after me for trying to rob you?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Is that a promise?
I'm not gonna chase after you, no.
I mean, you're not gonna charge me for trying to rob you. That's what I mean.
I'm not gonna charge you for trying to rob you. Okay. Let me think about this for a second.
See, me time's worth a wee bit more.
Your time's worth a lot, is it?
Me time's worth a wee bit more, eh?
Aye, okay.
Got to factor into fines and everything else.
Okay, so let's say I give you $300. And I forget this happened. We consider this a nice payment for you being a good citizen and all, right?
Aye, I'd take that.
Okay. I got your word on that too?
Now you got me word.
Okay. Because I'd be worried otherwise, you sticking up a sheriff and all. It's not gonna look good. And I'd like to believe that you are, you know, reformed and all.
Reformed? Is that what they're saying about me these days?
I'd like to believe you're reformed, eh?
Aye, so maybe I am.
Okay. I'll step off my horse now.
Aye. Oh, man! And you're forgetting this happened?
Oh, I don't see no reason not to. See, I'd be more concerned about, dangerous contraband circling into the, what's the word I'm looking for?
The crossing?
Market?
Mm. Oh, you're forgetting this happened.
I sure am.
I'll remember that.
Yeah, take care, Sadhbh.
Oh my goodness. That was awesome. No, I couldn't rob her if she's doing something like that. That's so cool. not in the prediction. World's first $600 moonshine. Right, now we know for future reference. If I rob the sheriff and don't get away with it, that is pretty good. Hey, well, I don't have any ammo in this. No! Sorry, puppy. It's okay. I'm fine, puppy. Stupid snake knocked my head off. Rattlesnake. Lost you to come check that out. Maybe. Let's say I was hunting snakes by the river, obviously. Like I normally do, right? What was that? Oh, evergreen huckleberry right here. Huh. Oh man, that was so good. I know last time one of my characters got bit by a snake, while at a snake pictograph, she got attacked by Tommy Two Snakes shortly thereafter. So, or he was hunting for her. Ugh. Rabbit sounded so amused to find Sadhbh running along the tracks.
Working with Klaus.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry,
true.
excuse me.
Did you end
Sorry.
up going out to get more mushrooms?
Howdy.
Oh yeah. No, I was looking at the shotgun the moment she rolled up, and I was just like, man, do I want to do this? Do I want to do this?
I know what it is. I had one back in my day.
How ya, Tommy?
Miss Sadhbh, good to see you again. Good to hear you've been getting the word out.
Well, I've been asking already. Got to be proactive about things like this.
Yeah, all right. Well, just be careful. Because that man is being really tricky and all that. And he's got lots of eyes.
Aye. Oh, all right. Well, let's see. Hi.
I said, oh, okay. Okay.
See you around.
Okay.
You want to see
What?
I'm going to see if you wanted to buy something. Man.
Oh.
I mean, I kind of made it obvious I was doing something shady. It was like, well, I'm coming from, how about you step off your horse? I need to make new outfits. I literally don't care about the money because, I mean, as you can see, Sadhbh is pretty stacked. But, you know. Whoop, that's rabbit. Just gonna... I need to lay low after that. Because she might very well make a report and everything. I mean... But we'll see. That'll be exciting to know to find out whether or not. So I won't really know whether or not she's wanted until she's seen some law that know her and they don't arrest her. Oh yeah, we're definitely noping out. But we gotta go send telegrams to Bridger, at least. Talking about the potential job. I wonder if Jan will be on him tomorrow. I have something other to do other than Shine is look for time, and I mean Sadhbh could play the angle of getting friendly with them and then taking him down. Clickbait title. Sadhbh takes out 2 snakes. Yeah, that is definitely clickbait. The doctor could offer more to kidnap Adelaide and deal with Tommy. No, Tommy, you don't want to mess with Tommy. He's got too many friends. Tommy has too many friends. Don't mind the blood. I must have gotten injured. Yeah, we saw how long his grudge with Sadhbh lasted. I think last time Nash ran his Sadhbh was when they were gonna rob someone and he flipped them off. Oh, we were looking at you. We were like, what's he doing down there? Oh, he's fishing. And we're watching you through binoculars and you turn towards us deadpan and flip us off. Oh, man. Can't believe you ran backwards away from me through the woods. Like, I ran you down so hard. I did such a good job. Yup, sounds like wombat. Yup. It was so funny. Man, that was so long ago. And then he said that, you know, Bridger's like, that's it, we're killing him. That's basically, like... Because Bridger is really mean. Like, Sadhbh's not nice, right? But she's not that mean. I don't know. So seeing Sadhbh stroll out of the fog toward Rabbit from Flick's stream was epic. I saw her coming and I stopped running. I didn't want to look desperate, and I saw she was alone. Oh man. I bet she was like, oh no, she's gonna rob me. Last time it was, don't rob me, Ember, please don't rob me. Probably had more than $300 on him. Yeah, I could have gone with the law escort back to town. Been a little bit dodgy, but the fact that that shotgun was just sitting there and I'd had that whole little exchange where I asked about the shotgun before, it was just too perfect. You know? It was like you don't get opportunities like that very often. And it wasn't like a, you know, a shady I walked in behind him in the telegram office and robbed him kind of thing. Like it was very, they could have approached with guns up, you know? Then I wouldn't have been able to get the drop. Really playing hard on the, oh, you're not that bad, Sadhbh thing. UE254. I feel like Sadhbh is pretty pragmatic. The $3,000 and possibly not ever getting charged is a way better deal than the wrong one. Yes, if it plays out, yes, that is. I mean, 2,000 is pretty good, but I want my characters to act like they don't want to go to Siska, right? Like I don't want to have the attitude, the mentality of, oh, I'll just eat the charges, you know. No, that was pretty good, and it is 2:12 a.m. Wowza. We need to go to a camp. I don't want to stay in town on account of what she just did. Oh, my sleep schedule's been awful, and I've been trying to fix it. And it doesn't matter if I stay up. If I sleep even 2 hours, it won't let me fix it. So, I mean, what I could do is just keep playing all night. I could just do that and see if I can really hard reset and just, like, force myself not to lay down in bed at all the whole next day. Oh, no, it's been really rough. Because I've regularly not been able to sleep by 4 a.m. and then I don't get out of bed until noon. It's really bad. I just really can't get myself out of bed. She's grand. Ah, this camp up here will be perfect. With my I don't have a normal wake up time right now because I don't have a job. But I don't feel like I have any reason to get out of bed in the morning most days. So, you know, it's honestly the only reason I got out of bed this morning was because, you know, I forced myself to and the dogs needed to go out. Is it too? It might be too early to log out. This is like a job, but it doesn't pay out as much money as a job, so I can't treat it like a job. You know? Like... We'll stay around until nightfall. Maybe we'll grab something to eat. Rob it 20 minutes ago. No, I know, Caleb, but it doesn't, like, count well because it doesn't make enough money to pay my car payment most of the time. You know? Like... Yeah. You can't harvest anything edible. Oh. I don't suck as much as I think I do. See, usually pulling a 24-hour works. But I've done it a couple times this last week. Kind of. But I've failed. I've taken a nap in it. So that's my problem. You know, let's check out the tall trees. Remember there's all those people there when we did the moonshine run the other day? That's how I feel, Bagheera. I think I've slept like 8 hours in the last 3 days, if we're being completely honest. That's Pip. That was so great. That was so not Pip. I'd like to believe that you're reformed. You think Sadhbh's reformed? What does she do? She moonshined the other day. I'm French, living in France, and I watch Ember full stream live daily. That should tell you quite a bit. You're not getting a lot of sleep. Man, I hope I'm not the reason. Remember, you can watch the VOD. Guys are nuts. Oh man, I'm so happy I didn't die. I don't have any bandages. Rats. Now I need to go to Strawberry get bandages. Oh my goodness. Yeah, insomnia happens when I'm, I guess, extra depressive. It's rough stuff, man. You know, it doesn't help that I hate sleep. Like, I hate that I have to sleep. If I could get surgery to never have to sleep again, I would do it in a heartbeat. So much more time in the day. Man, I hate having to buy my own bandages. They're so expensive. And I need them all the time. I literally will steal bandages off of people because no, it's true, but I'm like so exhausted. I don't have the energy to do anything. I just try and force myself not to start gaming and streaming until 5 at least. Because ideally, when I get a job, you know, I'll be working daytime hours. So I'd like to keep that consistent, but also just not be a total hermit, you know? So I'm forcing myself to go out. Although leaving the house is getting less and less justifiable considering the cost of gas. So you know how that is. Hey Ghoulish, thank you so much for the gifted sub. To someone named Insomnia. No, wow, ironic name for the topic at hand. Part of me hopes we can return to horses and beans of everyday travel. Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. But also pretty inconvenient given our modern world. I've always wanted horses. I can't tell if the bear's still out there or not. It might have run away. Come out, little Irish woman! Calm down, native! Read the rabid dog. I remember a dog walking down the road. It was limping, but not whimpering, snarling. Rabid was the dog I found out soon. My nanny had informed my father, who then handed me his gun. Shoot it, boy, shoot it or it'll hurt others. I couldn't. I remember that day every once in a while, the day I saw the sickness the first time. In an animal, it is almost the same with a man. After the crust of the civilized world crumbles away and a person is left bare, to return to the animal that God made us. The gnashing of teeth, the shredding of claws. The first one had its legs snapped, immobile. Yet still, it reached out for me. Nothing but hunger in her eyes. Screeching so loud my ears ran hot. Howard helped me bury that one. Shoot it, boy, shoot it or it will hurt others. I don't know how I ever lived in a world where I couldn't shoot the dog. Maybe I can learn again. Huh. Seems like a Jonathan thing. Okay. I think the gunshots scared the bear. Horse! Goodness! Oh, I think the bear killed this guy in the wagon. Where'd this cart come? Was this cart here? I don't remember seeing this cart. That hitching is getting bad. Yeah, my free ticket out of Beartown. While my PC is actually doing a lot better than it was when we were discussing, my brother reseated my graphics card for me, and I haven't had any of the crashing that I've been having. So I'd say that, generally speaking, the PC issues have been cleared up. Well, the hitching still happens, but nothing like what we dealt with, just with the crashing, the frustration, and not being able to start my computer up again. I'm guessing... Yeah, my monitors are turning on at launch, even if I'm like playing like I am now, and I restart, it turns on. Whereas before it didn't. How long has it been since I robbed Rabbit? Yeah. 35. That's all. Yeah, perhaps it was slightly disconnected, and something was expanding as it heated maybe and causing a connection to come loose, and it wouldn't reconnect properly until it was cooled. That's like my guess of how that might work, because I would have to wait like 20 to 30 minutes before I could actually start my computer again. Yeah, no, I mean, I figure that's probably good. I just want to be, you know, respectful and stuff. The black texture, yeah, that only happened every once in a while. It was very, yeah, it was very occasional. I don't know if I ever identified particular times it would happen, and I can't remember, but I'll keep an eye out. Yeah, because I know I was occasionally getting it. Just out of curiosity, what sort of power does the PC need to stream and launch this game at full 4K? I have no idea. I don't know much about computers. I thought it was a snake, but it's a opossum hissing at me.
You got shot. Welcome to day
I
one.
missed so many times. Warrior, thank you to follow. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to stream that. Please shut up, Eric. You're such a bully. Yeah, currently there are no plans to get a new computer. I think this one is doing fine, especially with the yeah, Ice Vortex Rose, especially with the card reseating. But that's something I can look into, maybe hopefully looking into next year, or just some upgrades. I'll have to look into what's better with my system. Because if this one was good enough, I could go for a dual PC setup. If it's going to cost as much to upgrade as it does to, you know, just get a new PC. It really depends. But right now, no. I definitely need to find a new job still. A dual PC setup would resolve the temp issue in your room, be like having a heater. Well, right now, I mean, as it gets into summer, we're going to start having it be too warm in here. It's hard thing these days. UK is way out of jobs, not enough wages to cover trouble. Yeah, that's what a lot of the anytime that I find a job I'm actually excited about, they never contact me back. And other stuff is just too far away to justify. I mean, the wages aren't great. No matter what I get at even full time, it's not going to be enough to cover like actual living expenses. I'll still be living with my parents on a minimal fee, you know, because the housing here is just absolutely insane. I worked in an office in a commercial plant nursery. I mean, ideally, I'd love to do something artistic and creative that I can enjoy and, you know, but I don't have the portfolios for that. I don't have actual schooling for that, which really sucks. Or do something with animals, but stuff with animals typically doesn't pay very well at all. Like, it's barely minimum wage. I mean, it's minimum wage, but minimum wage ain't nothing. And usually the travel wouldn't cost them. They want, you know, they want all your holidays and all your weekends, and I can't handle an inconsistent schedule. Inconsistent schedules make me super depressed. Like really, really hard. Also, Caleb, sorry I didn't read your message earlier, but I'm reading it now, and thank you. Run 2 businesses and work full-time. It's harder now to keep a wage than working one job. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, Caleb, $14 an hour here is barely above minimum wage. I was working, getting $16 an hour, and that made me just barely over $1,000 a week. Or not, sorry, not a week. If it was that, that'd be great. A pay period, so every 2 weeks. And rent around here, like to put that into context of like how much money that actually is for the area that I'm living in. Rents tend to cost, yeah, it's a lot higher here, but to put it in perspective, rents typically cost on apartments around here $1,200 to $2,400. Now you say that's what rents cost. Usually closer to $1,500 to $2,400 when you make $2,000 a month. And your car payment is nearly $300. Exactly. A friend of mine here in Port Orchard had a studio apartment, and that crap was $1,400 a month. Yup. That is, I'm not kidding. That's what we're dealing with. So, it's hard in that. My last job was good. It was close. The people were nice. But it did drive me crazy with boredom. It makes sense why they laid me off. Most days I would get my stuff done and I didn't have anything to do, and I was going crazy trying to make what I had to do fill my days and asking for stuff to do, but I felt like they got irritated when I'd ask them for something to do, but they'd also get upset if they didn't see me like actively working on something constantly. So that was pretty frustrating when I look back on it. They laid me off right before the holidays. And when she sat me down to talk, I thought, oh, okay, yeah, the kids are going to be taking over. My position's going away. I figured, okay, this will be like within the next couple months, right? No, so you can work until Friday. If you want to. I was so hurt and blindsided. I didn't bother to finish out the pay period. It was too hard. Just emotionally, you know? The worst thing about job hunting is trying to sell yourself, trying to make people think that or believe that you actually have something to offer and that you're a good option, a good candidate. Which is really hard when you don't feel like you're the good option, when you're like, literally anyone is better than me. Like, I wouldn't pick me. Yeah. Alright, let's see who is streaming. Flick! Alright. Lost your job after 12 years? Man, that's hard. Eric, I mean, that's the way I feel. Which is, you know, dumb, because obviously it's not true, but my head tells me that it is, right? And I'm sure that's the same case for you, you know? Don't worry, we can be subpar together. Let's put on something for my hopeful music here. No, that's too slow. Okay. Someone going to screenshot to the camp at night with the fire. Alright, Ghoulish, you have a good night. I'm actually turning off. I'm sending you guys off to Flickerclad because we had that cool robbery scene. So we'll give them some love. Guys, thanks for the chat. Love you all. It's always great to hang out. I don't know what I would have done over this whole pandemic period without this. So, you're all awesome. Good night.
See, so you would get the fine for the over 500